Good morning, teacher. My name is Ina Tejada, and today we're going to talk about the difference between British and American English. We're going to start with the origin of English. English began in Britain with Old English brought by Germanic tribes around the 5th century. After the Norman conquest in 1066, French heavily influenced the language, creating Middle English. How English became to America? Well, English arrived in America in the late 16th and early 17th century with British colonists. Over the years, English is spoken in the United States and in Britain start changing from each other in various aspects. What aspect? Well, in spelling, vocabulary, grammar, and phonetic. In spelling, American spelling was strongly shaped by Noah Webster, who published the first American dictionary in 1828 and intentionally simplified its spelling. In vocabulary part, American keeps some older British words that Britain later abandoned. Each region borrowed new words from different cultures and languages. In grammar, grammar differences exist, but they are fewer compared to vocabulary and spelling. In phonetics, accents change independently of each side of the Atlantic. Some American pronunciation preserve all the British form. We start with spelling part. What means spelling, or what is spelling? Spelling means the sequence of letters that compose specific words according to established and standardized rules. Spelling is actually the biggest difference between the two varieties of English, British and American English. British spelling was standardized by Samuel Johnson in 1755, and American spelling was shaped by Noah Webster, who wanted simplified, more phonetic spellings. The main difference between American and British spellings are organized in the Dictionary of the English Language published in 1928 by Noah Webster. He simplified spelling of many words such as look, plow, center, center, color, color. He had unique American words such as squash and shoulder, or, er instance rare, se instance c, instance s, l instance double l. And for example, or versus or. American honor, British honor, American favorite, British favorite, American color, British color. L versus double L, American trouble, British troublet, American jewelry, British jewelry, American consular, British consular. R versus R, American center, British center, American theater, British theater, American meter, British metro. Versus American organized, British organized, American recognize, British recognize, American apologies, British apologies. C versus C. American defense, British defense, American license, British license, American prefers, British prefers. In semantics, semantic or vocabulary is understanding the meaning of words and how they are used in context. Semantic or vocabulary is actually one of the biggest differences between British and American English. In vocabulary, we can find different words for the same things, words used in one country but not in the others, words that sound similar but are used differently. Also exists the cultural vocabulary difference and vocabulary difference by geographic separation, cultural difference, new invention in new names, influence from other language, local tradition, and industry. For example, in different words for the same things, American apartment, British flat, and also boat means place to live. American fries, British chips, and boat means fries, potato sticks. American sidewalk, British pavement, and also boat means walk away next to the street. Words used in one country but not in others. Some words are culturally specific, like British queue, American line, British motorway, American freeway, British car park, American parking lot. And words that sound similar but are used differently. Words like mad in British more usual angry and in American crazy. Words like sick, in British we use physical ill, American ill or cool. Words like crazy, in British mad or insane, in American wild, exciting or insane. In syntax or grammar is understanding words order on part of a speech, noun, verb, or adjectives and adverbs. The main grammatical difference between British and American English are about verbs, tense, preference, collective nouns, auxiliary verbs, and preposition. In British English, the present perfect tense is used for situations in which American English would typically use the past simple. American are used more like to be technical correct in the arrangement of collective noun and verb from than British. Some prepositions are different and verbs have different form. For example, present perfect versus simple past. In British, I have just eaten. And American, I just ate. In British, have you done your homework yet? In America, did you do your homework yet? Collective noun, British English, can use singular or plural. For example, my team is or are winning, my family is or are coming. In America, use singular. My team is winning, my family is visiting, or my family is coming. Preposition and verbs have different form. For example, the preposition part, British, at the weekend, in America, on the weekend. British, in a team, in America, on a team. British, different from, different to, in America, different from, different than. Past verb, British, learned, America, learned. British, dreamed, America, dreamed. British, burnt, America, burned. In phonetic part, what is phonetic? Phonetic is the study of human speech sound, focusing on how they are produced, their physical properties, and how they are perceived. Phonetic focus on how sounds are produced, and this is one of the biggest differences between the two English, British and American English. Vowels, consonant, and word stress. In vowels parts, words like plant in America use the vowel a, in British a. In sweet, word sweet, in America use u, in British oo. E and socks in America use a, in British a. For consonant, words like better in America use r, better. In British no use the r consonant, so the word sounds better. Better. Sorry. And words like dance in America are, in British ah. In words like stop in America ah, e and British ah. In the stress difference, word stress, words like adult in American English, the stress is in the end of the syllable, like adult. In British is adult. The stress change. The words like ballet in America, ballet. In British, ballet. Detail in America, detail. In British, detail. Laboratory in America, laboratory. In British, laboratory. The stress words change. Bonus, I mentioned for a bonus part, the miscellaneous. What is miscellaneous? Miscellaneous composed of or contain variety of things, mixing varied, having varied compatibility size, etc. Miscellaneous difference usually refers to extra difference that don't fit neatly into pronunciation, spelling, vocabulary, or grammar. Difference on pronunciation style and convention, difference in the format that use of and in numbers, the use of shall and should. For example, of miscellaneous. Chemistry in America, drugstore. British Dutch in America, money. British law in America, restroom. British peppermint in America, sidewalk. In British telly in America, television. In conclusion, we can find a lot of difference between British and American English in grammar part, spelling part, in syntaxis, vocabulary, and phonetic part. And moral. And thank you for your attention and for your time. Happy New Year and Merry Christmas this year. Bye.